May I Lordship. Also, I beg to mention for one unlisted matter, Lordship, for today, after 2 p.m. Lordship, matter relating to the Lordship appointment of Anganwadi worker and helper, Lordship. Rejection list was prepared on 29. We have received on 29 May, Lordship. Interview already held on 29 and 13 May, Lordship. Lordship, selection list will prepare at any time, Lordship.
Monday. Yes,
Lordship,
next matter, please, Monday.
Obliged, Lordship.
May please, Lordship. My lord, I need to mention for listing of this matter, my lord, 2018 matter relating to compassionate appointment.
Yes,
Any day.
third week of June. Third week of June.
Wait, please, my lord. I beg to mention this matter for listing in the next week because the farm of the petitioner was banned for 3 years. The 3 years period is already
Farm is what farm?
my lord, the farmer in respect of oil, my lord. It's a contractor, my lord. They are contractor farm. It was banned for 3 years. This 3 years period is over by 2022 May or June, my lord. But they have not been allowed to work.
That is bench 4 matter, civil bench 4 matter.
Bench 4.
Yes, please. Go.
Okay.
Yes.
May I please, Lordship.
Yes.
My lord, I beg to mention item number 2. My lord, this matter will be taken up at 2 p.m. My lord, along with the additional affidavit file. My lord, that has not been
At
taken
2 p.m. we can't say because.
after the motion matters, my lord,
Yes.
along with the affidavit. That affidavit will be called.
May it please your lordship. Lordship, I back to mention item number 53 for adjournment, my lord, on behalf of Mr. S.K. Talukdar, my lord. Kindly the matter may be taken up on Wednesday, my lord, due to some personal inconvenience, my lord.
52,
53, my lord.
53. It is a contempt case.
My lord. My lord, on Wednesday.
No, on the prayer of learned counsel for the petitioner, this matter stands adjourned for a week, list accordingly. Yes.
Obliged.
May I please, your lordship? My lord, I beg to mention item 45. The matter has become infractious, my lord.
45.
Yes, my lord.
Mr. T. Sheikh, learned counsel for the, why order has been complied with?
My lord, it was pertaining to revised family pension, my lord. Petitioner.
Mr. T. Sheikh, learned counsel for the petitioner submits that the order of this court has been complied with and therefore this contempt case can be closed. Mr. S.S. learned counsel for the respondents is present and confirms the safe position. In view of the above, this contempt case stands closed.
Obliged, my lord.
May I please, Lordship? Lordship, I beg to mention for listing, Lordship. This matter may come on Wednesday, Lordship.
Listing for what?
Listing for, I have not received my salary, Lordship, area salary.
Listing for what?
Orders, Lordship. Orders. Much orders.
Lordship, may I please your lordship? I am appearing on behalf of S. Datta.
What do you want? Please tell me, what do you want?
Only 2 weeks, 1 week time.
The entire list.
Lordship, I am appearing on behalf of S. Datta.
All right, next matter, please. Yes.
No, Lordship, item 44. Item
What?
number 44 to discuss.
You have informed the other side.
Yes, Lordship.
You have informed.
Inform.
A prayer for adjournment has been made in this case by the respondents' counsel. Since the prayer is made with the consent of the other side, same stands allowed. List this case again after 2 weeks. Yes.
May please, your lordship. Also, I am back to mention for listing, lordship, in 2018 matter, lordship. Lordship,
Third week of June. Next matter, please. Yes. Third week of June.
My please, your lordship. Lordship, I beg to mention for item number 37. Lordship, please adjourn the matter for 2 weeks.
You are appearing for whom?
M. Hussain.
Huh?
M. Hussain.
Item number 37.
Yes.
What is the case number? Yes, you come, Mr. Bora, you come. What is your prayer?
91 case number. 2021.
That is not the case number, correct case number. You give the correct case number. There is no Hussein in the case.
M. Hussain.
Huh?
Lordship,
Yes, Mr. Bora.
May please, your lordship, we have filed an additional affidavit at item number 18. There was some subsequent development, motion matter. On 31st, some orders were passed. Therefore, we have got to the notice. Maybe.
Wait.
May it please your lordship. I beg to mention for listing of the matter in lordship on the next Monday, your lordship.
What matter?
I have filed an IA for amendment of my petition, your lordship.
Next
Yes.
Monday, next Monday.
Next Monday,
means
Your Lordship.
Date?
Date, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, Lordship.
No, 7th,
Until the Lordship. is there.
7th. Yes.
Wait, please, Your Lordships. The petitioner before your lordship is coming for two issues, your lordship. She has not been duly promoted to the post of manager for since she ought to have been promoted to manager in earlier. And regarding the other issue that she has been not getting her area salaries for more than 4 lakhs of rupees till date, despite several representatives has been furnished to the department concerned, your lordships.
Will issue notice, hard
Lordship.
Mr. Barwal and counsel for the petitioner aggrieved by non-consideration of a case for promotion and also due to non-payment of area salary. The read petitioner, who is presently serving as an UDA in the head office of Assam Plain Tribes Development Limited, Dispur, Guwahati, has approached this court seeking a writ of mandamus. Mr. B. Gogoi Leonard, SC Finance, appearing for the respondent number,
Respondent two.
as well as Mr. M. Khalsa.
Respondent 4.
And counsel appearing for the respondent number 4, have prayed for time to obtain instruction.
Number 1 and 3.
Similar is the prayer of Miss.
Ma'am, your name.
Order is appearing, madam. Order. There is a sending of.
Similar is the prayer of Mr. Ardhar and counsel appearing for
1 and
numbers 1 and 2, 1 and 3. In view of the above, issue notice of motion returnable in 6 weeks, which the respondents are already represented. No formal notice is required. Extra copy of the petition, retrieved within numbers, be furnished to the learned department council, so as to enable them to obtain instruction by the petition. Item 2, call for the
May I please? This for instruction, your lordship. PTC.
yes. What is your instruction?
Lordship.
Invitation has to be extended.
Hmm.
BTC councils don't come without a proper invitation. We are
Uh,
thinking of printing some formal invitation card. All right, no further recruitment. Heard Mr. N. Upadhyay, learned counsel for the writ petitioner. Also heard Mr. S. Roy, SS Roy, learned government advocate Assam.
5 and 6.
Appearing for respondent numbers 5 and 6. None has appeared for the BTC, although the name of the learned standing counsel is duly reflected in the cause list. Most of the petitioner has alleged that the respondents are contemplating to make appointments without publishing a select list of the successful candidates pursuant to the recruitment process conducted in terms of advertisement notice dated 10/12/2018 for filling up 66 posts of Gram Pradhan in the district of Udalguri. This matter, by the order dated 26/5/2023, this matter was fixed today for obtaining instruction. However, the learned standing counsel BTC has not appeared in this case, and therefore instructions are not available. In view of the above, this court is left with no option but to issue notice in the matter. NOM 4 weeks since Mr. SS Roy, learned government advocate Assam, has appeared and accepted notice for
5 and
numbers
6.
5 and 6. Miss
2 to 6.
2 to 6, both of you are for 6.
I'm 5 and 6.
You are for BTC.
BTC, Your Honor.
What is your instruction?
Your Lordship, we have given communication later, Your Lordship, but instruction not yet
So
received.
then you write, none appears for BTC, don't strike that off. Ms. P. Das learned SC BTC submits that despite having issued formal communication, no instruction has been received in the matter. In view of the above, NOM 6 weeks, since Mr. J. Handick, learned SC Revenue, has appeared and accepted notice for respondent number 1, Ms. P. Das for respondent numbers 2, 3, 4, 2, 3 and 4 and Mr. SS Roy learned 2, 3, 4 and 6. And Mr. SS Roy.
5 and 6.
2, 3, 4. Mr. SS Roy respondent was 5 and 6. Service of notice is deemed to be complete in this case. Extra copies of the writ petition be furnished to the learned departmental counsel so as to enable them to obtain instruction. Mr. Heard on the prayer of interim relief, since the learned departmental counsel could not address the issue despite having granted time. Hence, as an interim measure, it is provided that until further orders, no order of appointment would be issued to fill up the 66 posts of Gram Pradhan pursuant to the recruitment process conducted in terms of the advertisement notice dated 10/12/2018 for the district of Udalguri.
May it please your lordship. This matter relates to appointment of constables in the Assam Police Battalion. Your lordship. On these petitioners approached this honorable court earlier, and this honorable court by order dated 11/1/22 directed that the representation be considered. But ultimately, by the impugn order dated 19/4, it was rejected. Against that, we have come by this writ petition, your lordship. This petition was filed by an association earlier, and now it has been.
That we know because the earlier synopsis is still there.
No, it has been.
Please read the first line of your synopsis.
No, the association is also a party here.
All right, what is to be done?
Lordship, I think at this stage.
Maintainability question, Lordship, on the last occasion I have said, Lordship, recruitment
Let them
process of
file the
2000,
affidavit on that.
recruitment process of year 2000, Lordship.
Year 2000.
Yes, but there is an instance on the last occasion in 2022. This honorable court directed that we should, the representation should be filed
So
before that.
instance is fine. What is the principle? This court is only interested in principle of.
There was a direction by this honorable court. I'll come to that. There was a direction that if you are selected, you must be considered for appointment. There was a word must have been issued. I'll just take your lordship to that. Thereafter, this matter went up to the Honorable Supreme Court. Then it came back. Now, thereafter, this representation was filed and was not considered. Then they came before this Honorable Court. The Honorable Court ultimately directed that.
Where is the order?
The order of the Honorable Court, your lordship will find at page 171. It's your lordship will.
Mr. Manan, you may have a grievance,
Yes,
but the point is, do you have a case?
that your lordship will decide.
2000 process of recruitment, a mandamus cannot be issued to appoint your clients. That's the principle of law. Whatever be the grievance.
That
The
your
reasons
lordship-
are,
that
you
your
know the
lord-
reasons.
That your lordship will decide whether it will be possible or not, because there
We'll
is.
issue rule and hear it in due course.
Actually,
These
let
matters-
them file an affidavit. Your lordship will see if possible, otherwise.
Mr. Manan wants something.
Lordship,
We'll give it to him. Heard Mr. Y.S. Mandal, learned counsel for the petitioner, peruse the averments made in the writ petition. Mr. S.S. Roy, learned government advocate Assam, has questioned the maintainability of the writ petition by contending that the selection process is of year 2000 and therefore at this stage, the representations of the petitioner for appointment against those posts cannot be considered. First of all, be that as it may, since there are earlier orders of this court directing the respondents to consider the representation of the petitioners, the matter would call for further examination. As such, issue notice of motion returnable in 6 weeks.
all the rest.
Mr. S.S. Roy, government advocate Assam, has appeared for all the respondents. No formal notice need be sent in this case. Extra copies of the writ petition, requisite in numbers, be furnished to the learned government advocate Assam. Now, within a week from today, the question of maintainability of this writ petition is kept open and shall be gone into the stage of admission hearing. It will be open for the respondents to file affidavit, bringing relevant facts on record if so advised.
In fact, your lordship, I was there in the earlier litigation in 2004. So I have the obligation. I have to.
All right.
May it please your worship. I have challenged the impending order, kindly see page number 39, annexure 12, worship. Non-considered the salaries amount. And so, salary amount during the removal period, lordship. Depends, copy of the judgment dated 1/11/2000 passed by this honorable justice.
Is there a reference in the labor code?
Yes, the reference,
Was there a reference in the labor code?
not. Not,
No,
not labor code.
Then
There it is the,
order passed by the
Order
Honorable
passed by-
High Court Lordship.
yes, High Court, lordship.
where is the order?
Order by page.
Dated, page number 33, annexure 10, lordship. 36, the operative part of the 6th lordship paragraph. Paragraph number 6, lordship. One of this petitioner question of law raised by the learned counsel for the petitioner is that no presenting officer was appointed when the inquiry was conducted on the charges leveled against the petitioner. It is settled law that an inquiry officer sitting as a judge cannot at the same time assume the role of a prosecutor. It is only to ensure fairness in the proceeding. In this case, as stated above, admittedly no presenting officer was appointed, as has been held by this court in catena of cases, including the cases cited of the learned counsel for the petitioner. In the presence of the presenting officer, the inquiry proceeding is totally vitiated, since the inquiry officers cannot assume both the role of prosecutors and a judge at the same time. Therefore, I don't find any necessity to go any further, since the inquiry is vitiated without the appointment of the presenting officer. Same is quashed and set aside. Accordingly, the consequential orders dated 11/12/2014 and 23/6/2015 are also quashed and set aside. However, if the authorities want to conduct a fresh inquiry against the petitioner, that may so by the following the related laws, lordship. Actually, the petitioner is removed, the two show cause notice
So
filed.
what are you challenging here? What is your challenge?
Challenging is the not releasing the salaries amount during the removal period, lordship. Lordship, the impending order,
Annexure 12, Lordship.
annexure 12, page number 39.
39.
Here is that the reference copy of the judgment orders also Honorable Mr. Justice Shankukta Sang Salto, Guwahati High Court, in connection with the case number WPC 993-55 by the ex-AB Constable 31 Jyotin Chandra Deka of Dorong, DEA, conveyed by the Deputy Inspector General of Police NR Assam Tezpur, Bhai memo number NR 2008.
So how has this relief been granted to you by the earlier order? No?
No.
Then,
Actually, he removed from the service. Removed from the service.
all right, heard Mrs. Commissioner agreed by the order dated 21/11/2018 issued by the Superintendent of Police, Darang, Mangalwai, declining his request for payment of salary for the period of discharge from service until his reinstatement. The instant writ petition has been filed. First up, according to the learned counsel for the petitioner, her client has been wrongfully denied his salary for the period during which he was not in service. Full stop. Mr. A. Chakraborty, learned government advocate Assam, seeks time to obtain instruction and file affidavit. In view of the above, issue a notice of motion returnable in 6 weeks. Says Mr. Chakraborty has appeared and accepted notice for respond numbers 1 to 4. No formal notice.
She kindly, the earlier WPC 1740, kindly see page number. Page number.
Yes.
Page number 41, annexure 14. So this WPC is fixed on 12/6/2023 by this honorable court. So tag with this petition along with the
This
tag.
matter is listed along with WPC number 1740 of 2023, which is stated to be connected with this.
An extra copy may be served.
Yes, no problem.
Much.
Wait. Yes, this is against the dismissal order of the assistant professor of medical college, the gynecology department. Which page is the order? Page 54. The next are 54. Yes. Your Lordship need not read the earlier part. Towards the end of it. Yes. Whereas the report of the inquiry officer dated so and so concluded that the charges of violation of Rule 3 of the Assam Civil Service Conduct Rules and gross negligence and serious misconduct of on the part of the delinquent officer has been established. So and so, and he was debarred from the private practice during a period of this suspension, whereas the government has ordered for information of period of suspension from the private practice. Then Miller. Next page, Miller. Yes. Towards the end of it. Miller. Last paragraph. Yes. Now, therefore, the governor of Assam is pleased to accept the reports submitted by the inquiry officer and to impose the penalty of dismissal from service. It shall ordinarily be a disqualification for future employment under Rule 7 and Dr. So and so with effect from the date of his suspension from government service. His order was issued on 10th of March. Yes. So what is the order you are seeking now, today? Petition is admitted and issue rule. Rule will delay the matter. Millard. Rule may delay the matter. Millard, that is a impression created by what rule that if your lordship issues rule, they are prompt to reply the appeal. All right. Yes, Mr. Bogo.
My lord, in para 21, the petitioner has made a statement that he has preferred a statutory appeal before the authority. It seems, my lord, that is pending. As on date. Para 21, page 16, man. Categorical statement, man.
Has an appeal been preferred? Yes, below that they are for statutory appeal is there. But ordinarily they do not dispose it. So we'll ask them to dispose it of within 3 weeks from today? No, again it will be dismissed from service. It will be delayed. And
On
this is for-
2-5 it was preferred, madam.
This
On
is
2-5 it was preferred. 2-5.
without filing the appeal also I can come, because it is a question of. All right, heard Mr. A.K. Bhattacharya, senior counsel is with them. R.V. Dev, counsel appearing for the writ petitioner, assailing the order of penalty of dismissal from service dated 10/3/2023. Order of penalty imposed upon the petitioner, dismissing him from service. Assuming the order dated 10/3/2023, imposing the penalty of dismissal from service upon the petitioner. The instant writ petition has been filed. I have perused the averments made in the writ petition. Also heard arguments advanced by learned senior counsel for the writ petitioner, Mr. B. Gogol.
My IPF for 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2,
Standing counsel.
One.
And family welfare.
IPF for 2, 3, and 4.
Yes, respond number 5 and Mr. H. Chakravarti for government advocate also for respond number 1. Report the issue rule returnable in 6 weeks. Since so and so has appeared in accepted notice for so and so. No formal notice is required to be sent in this case. Extra copy of the records may be called for. Call for the records. No, you write like this. The learned departmental counsel to produce the records,
Right.
facilitating early hearing of the report.
My lord, in the cause list, it has been shown as SC finance instead of health, my lord. That if that may be.
This matter be listed again by reflecting the name of SC Health and FW in the cause list.
Obviously.
Item 7.
Husband of the petitioner is working as a messenger in FCI. He expired in 2010, madam. Our case is that, madam, the wife, the petitioner, has not received any retirement or pensionary benefit, madam. They may take instruction on this one.
Within 4 weeks, we will obtain, I will obtain instruction, and within 4 weeks, we will dispose of this representation, madam. That is 10/7/2022, madam.
You will obtain instruction to dispose of representation.
No, where, in fact, I have taken
Alright,
instructions.
step-
I have taken
yeah.
instructions. They are saying that 3 weeks, maybe they will,
No.
they will, whatever it is there, they will grant it.
You do it. We want to know what has happened. Otherwise, there will be 14 June, we'll fix it for motion. Not Mr. B. Chakraborty or the council appearing for the petitioner. The husband of the petitioner had died in harness on 18/8/2010 after serving in the post of manager bracket grade 4 bracket close in the FCI for about 30 years. Notwithstanding the same, the petitioner is yet to receive any pensionary benefit from the FCI. Hence the big petition. Mr. B.K. Singh, Learned Council, Learned Standing Council, FCI, prays for time till 14/6/2023 to obtain instruction and appraise this court as to the steps taken for redressal of petitioner grievances. Those 2 extra copies of the petitioner will furnish to the Learned Standing Council. So as to enable him to obtain instruction, this matter be listed again,
Around 16 June.
not 14, 16. Mr. Singh, if the amount is not disbursed in the meantime, we will contemplate imposing interest.
I've
Because
taken care
you
of.
see, this is not acceptable. 13
Actually,
years, the person dies and
actually, CAG approached in the year 2022.
no approach. The department should have given this. What is happening in FCI? It's a government of India undertaking.
Yes, my lord, I am equipped with my lord, the letter who is proposing to deduct my lord the excess royal,
Which page?
page 20, my lord. Lordship will kindly see.
It on heard Mr. Vijay Ghosh, Learned Council appearing for the petitioner, assailing the order dated 20/3/2023, issued by the director from our non-formal and adult education Assam for recovery of amount of excess royal made by the petitioner. This writ petition has been filed. Wisdom. It appears from the pleadings in the writ petition that the petitioner has already retired from service.
Yes,
By relying on the decision of the Supreme Court in the case of Rafiq Masih
Masi, my lord.
versus state of,
Anjab, my. That's not 2000.
what is the citation?
My lord, I'm just-
Citation.
Yes, I am giving.
Mr. Ghosh submits that such recovery from the account of retired employees is impermissible under the law. Mr. I. Rafiq
R. Ahmed,
R. Ahmed, Learned Council for the
I am for 5.
phone number 5
My lord, 2015 4 SCC 334.
2015 4 SCC. What is the citation? Rafiq Masih versus Masih?
My lord, state of Punjab versus Rafiq Masi, whitewasher within bracket.
State of Punjab versus Rafiq.
I'll furnish a copy of it.
You are for whom?
I'm for demand coverage, for number 2 and 4.
Your name, please?
MSP 19.
MSPI for 2, 3 and 4, SC Dimasa for 2, 3 and 4, and Mr. R. Ahmed for response number 5 have prayed for time to obtain instruction in the matter. Anybody for education, non-formal education? Adult education? Nobody is there. Who is the standing council?
I'll make copy to Mr.
Issue notice of motion returnable in 6 weeks. The petitioner's counsel to submit extra copies of the petition to the learned departmental council representing the respondent numbers 2 to 5. Likewise, a copy of the writ petition be also served upon the Learned Standing Council, Non-Formal and Adult Education Assam by serving a written up notice. First up, in view of the above, service of no formal notice is required to be sent in this case. The registry to list this case again by reflecting the name of Learned Standing Council for all the parties in the Congress.
My lord, I
How
pray
do
for
you
stay of this, otherwise they may
Having
proceed.
regard to the taxing circumstances of the case.
Still, my lord, they.
As well as the law laid down in the case of Rafiq Masih bracket Chopra, it is hereby provided that further orders, there shall be no recovery from the account of the.
My lord, and my lord, in this case, even my provisional pension has not been granted because of that. But provisional pension, they have to grant, my lord, despite of whatever the anomalies is there, as per notification, my lord, they may do that. I am without pension, my lord, nothing.
Departmental Council would also obtain instruction and appraise this.
I am instruction.
As to what steps have been taken by the authorities to grant provisional pension to the petitioner.
It is more postulated in the
And
circular.
also the reason why the same has not been done till today. First of all, it is made clear that pendency of this writ petition
Yes, ma'am.
shall not be a bar for the authorities to grant provisional pension to the petitioner in accordance with law.
Deeply organized.
May it please your lordship. Your lordship, the petitioner had applied for appointment as a Gaubura of 3 villages, your lordship. Thereafter, he was not selected, your lordship. Respondent number 4 was selected, your lordship. But your lordship, our grievance was that this particular respondent did not have the qualification, your lordship. And thereafter, we preferred an appeal before the Learned Divisional Commissioner, your lordship. But during the pendency of this appeal, it was filed in October 2022, and no reply has yet been filed, your lordship. But we have received credible information that they are going to issue a fresh advertisement, your lordship. So we are aggrieved by that, your lordship.
Fresh advertisement.
Apprehended.
What is your problem if fresh advertisement is issued?
Lordship, because respondent
Your
number,
client will get a chance to apply.
we have applied also, your lordship. I believe because we are entitled to preference also, your lordship, as per the
No,
statutory.
this is premature. Let the advertisement be issued, then we'll see. Heard Mr. Mr. S. Day, counsel for the petition.
But my lord, may kindly see, because respondent number 4, after the selection list and
Your grievance will sustain if a fresh advertisement is issued.
lordship.
They are going to issue, that is not going to work out. Who told you that? Who told you?
Lordship, because my father was a Gaupura, I have.
No, but who told your father?
Lordship, official sources within the.
Which of you? Show me the paragraph. And how we have shown the affidavit. Let us. Where is the statement? Where is the statement?
Para 12, your lordship, page
Yes.
number 12. I've not stated specifically who.
Yeah, you will now state. You will have to file an affidavit. Heard Mr. S. Day, Learned Counsel for the petitioner, peruse the amendments made in the writ petition. The petition has been filed by contending that he has received information from reliable source that a fresh advertisement for appointment of Gaugura in village number 1, Bokanadi, number 2, Bokanadi and Kamalpur is going to be issued very soon. Hence, an order of stay has been sought in this writ petition. The learned, any information on that? Is it going to be issued? The Learned Standing Council, Revenue Department, Assam, as well as Mr. S.S. Roy, Learned Government Advocate, Assam, have denied such assertion. First off, in view of the above, it has become necessary to verify as to on what basis the amendments have been made in para 12 of the writ petition. So the petitioner is therefore directed to file an additional affidavit disclosing his source of information and the content of such information based on which the amendments have been made in para 12. If such affidavit is not filed within a week from today, the petitioner will remain personally present on the next date fixed. Register to list this matter for motion again on 14th of June.
Lord.
File an affidavit.
Lordship.
Would like to know.
Much obliged.
Lordship, in 2007, the Borkhala ICDS project was inaugurated. ICDS is Integrated Child Development Services under the Social Welfare Department. In 2007, it was inaugurated. the petition, there was an immediate need for grade 4 staff. So they engaged the petitioners. There was no formal appointment order, but they engaged and he was discharging functions as a LDA cum typist grade 4. This was in 2007. He continued, it's undisputed that he continued and he's continuing. In 2014, there was an advertisement for regular appointment of the same post. He applied. The respondent number 4, who is he's answerable to, the child development project officer, forwarded it to the district officer, but nothing happened. Nothing happened to the advertisement. It fell apart. Again, he continued to make representation because he was not getting any money. So he was like, I'm working in the hope that he will be regularized. He made representation 2016, 2022, and all of this was forwarded by respondent number 4 to respondent number 2, but no action has been taken, and he continues to work. And the certificates which says that he's punctual, he's doing well, and he's been there since inception. So, Lordship, we've come.
When is the order of his engagement or appointment?
There is no order of engagement, but there's a pattern, staff pattern, which you'll find, Lordship, at page 32.
So you are seeking a direction to regularize him?
Yes, Your Lordship. Because he's worked, I'm relying on Your Lordship, I don't have to place before you ML Kesari and Prem Singh, that if you've taken my services for over 16 years, then you ought to.
But ML Kesari also looks at the manner of entry into the service.
Lordship, it's not an illegal. Lordship, is not, he's qualified. It's not an illegal appointment. It's an irregular appointment.
What was the post there?
Yes, a sanctioned post, Your Lordship. Yes, Your Lordship. So
Was
when the
there-
advertisement came up in 2014 for regular appointment of the grade 4 post, we applied. And his application was forwarded, Your Lordship.
Where is the, that's what I'm asking. Where is the advertisement?
Page 20, Lordship, see page 25, which is my application that was forwarded. It's not an illegal post, Your Lordship. Page 25. This is 2014. And this is to the district social welfare officer, who is respondent number 3, from, if you look, child development project officer, who he works under. In inviting a reference to the subject quoted above, I'm to forward herewith an application submitted by petitioners for the post of LDA cum typist against the government advertisement issued so-and-so on 25/2/14. So-and-so, Mr. Uddin is extending his voluntary service as grade 4 in Borkhola project for last 4 years without any honorarium, and hence may be considered as a departmental candidate for the post. Lordship, there's a certificate at page 33. It's undisputed that he's working, Your Lordship. Page 33, Lordship has it. This is to certify that so-and-so petitioner, so-and-so is working in Borkhola ICDS project, non-officially in a grade 4, as grade 4 from time of inception of this project. He's punctual, sincere in his work. I wish him all the very best. And this is respondent number 4, who he works with.
Lordship, may kindly have a look the prayer person, page 17, Lordship. My Lord, in the prayer D, I will get the instruction. If any area salary is being paid to him, then he have to get the salary. The other prayer, I have objection. Lordship may give me some time to file affidavit for regulation of service.
Lordship, they may not.
If there is any area, then he have to get.
Lordship, they may not appoint anybody. They may not appoint for the last 16 years. They must now not vindictively appoint, because I'm 45 years already, so I can't really apply if there's a fresh.
So is there a move to make fresh appointment?
We don't know, Your Lordship. Because the only advertisement that happened in
Letter of
2014.
instruction.
My lord.
G. Goswami and counsel for the Commissioner, also for Miss M.D. Boral, I'm a government advocate, also appearing for the state. The writ petitioner hearing, taking note of the voluntary service extended by the writ petitioner in a grade 4 post under the Borkhola ICDS project. He was engaged against a vacant post. However, despite having vacant post in the year, when was
2007 onwards. It's been lying vacant since, in terms of a regular appointment. He's been discharging that function.
However, till today, the petitioner's services have not been regularized, nor has he been paid arrear salary. On such ground, the petitioner has sought a writ of mandamus directing the respondents to do the needful so as to redress his grievance. Ms. Bora, learned government advocate Assam, prays for a week's time to obtain instruction and appraise this court, obtain preliminary instruction and obtain this court
Hello.
on the veracity of the claim of the petitioner. Full stop. Since Ms. Goswami has also made a prayer for interim relief, restraining the respondents from filling up the vacant grade 4 post under the Borkhola ICDS project, the learned government advocate Assam to also address the said issue on the next day. We'll have it on next Friday. One
My
week
lord.
should be enough. 1 week. is
Oblige,
enough?
oblige, your lordship.
On the request of Ms. Bora, let this matter be listed again on 9th of June.
My lord.
Oblige, your lordship.
Lordship, extra copies may be served. to me.
Yes. 2 extra copies.
I'm deeply obliged.
Oblige.
Extra copy.
May I please, your lordship? My lord, the matter pertains to appointment of Anganwadi workers and helpers. My lord, an advertisement was issued on 1st of July 2022, inviting applications for appointment of Anganwadi workers and helpers. My lord. Accordingly, the petitioner filed her application for appointment as an Anganwadi worker. My lord. In the advertisement, my lord, certain terms and conditions were mentioned for the application that would be accepted. My lord. One of them being that the candidates must be married, or they would also accept applications from widowed or divorced women, my lord. And the petitioner is a married lady, my lord. However, my lord, in the selection list that was prepared, my lord, the candidate was selected, my lord. She happens to be an unmarried woman, my lord. That is against the advertisement. My lord.
Based on the assumption that she has unmarried lordship, he is not annexed any valid documents lordship,
No, no.
so that it
My lord,
So
petition-
then we'll have to issue notice to her also.
Right.
All right. Heard Mr.
S.H. Mahmood.
S.H. Mahmood, learned counsel for the petitioner. There is the amendments made in the writ petition. The petitioner is challenging the selection and appointment. She has already been appointed.
No,
No,
an
no,
appointment letter has not been issued.
Selection of the respondent number 5 for appointment as Anganwadi worker under the Boko Bongao ICDS project, Boko, Kamrup, on the ground that the said respondent is unmarried and therefore was not qualified under the advertisement notice dated 01/07/2022. Full stop. Mr. A. Chakraborty, learned government advocate Assam submits that there is no document available on record to substantiate the petitioner's claim, and therefore he be granted 4 weeks time to obtain instruction in the matter. Issue notice returnable in 4 weeks. Since Mr. Chakraborty has appeared and accepted notice for respondent numbers 1 to 4, no formal notice is required to be sent to the said respondents. Extra copies of the writ petition, requisite in numbers, be furnished to the learned government advocate Assam so as to enable him to obtain instruction and file affidavit. Stop. Petitioner to take steps for service of notice upon respondent number 5 by registered post with AD. Hard on the prayer of interim relief, the said prayer will be considered to be returnable date.
Item 12.
Matter pertains to compassionate appointment, and in fact, it is a second round of litigation. Lord. In the earlier occasion, Lordship is kindly looking to page 25, my lord, to 40%, last para. Direction was given to the Deputy Commissioner Haila Gandhi to place the matter before the DLC. Page 25, my lord. Operative portion is last para. Lordship.
So what is your grievance now?
My lord, no communication has been made to me, my lord. Whether they have placed the matter before the DLC or not, I don't know.
You obtain instruction and tell
Yes,
us
Your
2
Lordship.
weeks. Heard Mr. S. Chaudhary, learned counsel for the petitioner, peruse the amendments made in the writ petition. The basic contention of the petitioner's counsel is that despite the order dated 3/3/2021, 03/03/2021, passed by the learned single judge in WPC number 929/2021, the petitioner has not received any communication as to the action taken by the DLC stroke SLC on his application seeking appointment on compassionate ground.
M.
Ms.
Kalita, your lordship.
M. Kalita, learned standing counsel,
PhD departmental.
PIG department, 2 weeks time to obtain preliminary instruction and appraise this court on the veracity of the grievance expressed in the writ petition. prayer allowed. Let this matter be listed for motion again after 2 weeks. 2 extra copies of the requisition of the furnished to us.
Stipulate.
May it please before lordship, my lord, the petitioner herein, my lord, praying for similar relief, my lord, as per order dated 23/11/2021, passing writ appeal number 290/2021, my lord, not being similarly situated person, my lord.
Where is the order? Which order?
Yes, my lord, at page 39, my lord,
39.
39 of the writ petition, my lord. And relevant portion, my lord, is at 47, my lord. Para 11.
So is it covered case?
My lord, otherwise covered, but my lord, also will see, I have an objection regarding the maintainability. 2003, the notification was issued. 2011, he retired. Similar situated person came before this honorable court. In the single bench, it was dismissed. And in writ appeal, it was allowed. He is a fancier, my lord. All this, my lord, bench of writ petition from 13 to 17. 16. So, my lord, lordship may issue notice, my lord, let us see what can be done, my lord. I would like to file one affidavit, my lord, regarding that.
Yes, my lord. Notice is,
What is the prayer? What is the relief he is seeking?
my lord, prayer is
Getting the
for
promotion.
similar.
I should take down hard Mr. D.K. Roy, learned counsel for the petitioner. The petitioner herein had retired from service on 30/4/2011 as a laboratory assistant. Contending that the petitioner is entitled to financial benefit as has been awarded to the appellant in writ appeal number 290/2021. In terms of judgment and order dated 23/11/2021 passed therein, the instant writ petition has been filed. According to Mr. Roy, the case of his client is covered by the judgment and order dated 23/11/2021 passed in writ appeal number 290/2021. Mr. Gogoi, learned SC Health and Family Welfare Department submits that that he has objection to the maintainability of this writ petition on the ground of delay and laches, and therefore be granted 4 weeks time to file an affidavit. In view of the above, issue notice of motion returnable in 4 weeks since Mr.
I appear for 1 to 4.
Mr. B. Gogoi, learned SC Health Department has accepted notice for respond numbers 1 to 4, and Mr. A. Hassan, learned SC BG Assam for respond number 5. Service of notice is deemed to be complete in this case. Extra copies of the writ petition requisite in numbers be furnished to the learned departmental council so as to enable them to obtain instruction. Let this matter be listed again for admission by reflecting the name of learned counsel for the respondents in the constitution.
My lord, similar item
16 same, my lord.
14,
16,
15 and 16.
Same. 13 to 16 same, my lord.
13
All
to 16,
same.
same,
Yes.
same order.
Same order.
Yes, my lord, only date of retirement is different, my lord.
Which are the date of retirement?
Yes,
It
my
is
lord.
mentioned in the date of retirement.
Yes, my lord.
It is mentioned in the synopsis.
Yes, ma'am.
All have
It is-
retired as laboratory.
Yes.
Yes, my lord.
All retired.
13 to 16. List along with list along with list.
Obliged.
May I please lordship, my lord. His my lord, petitioner applied for gate for post, my lord. He has successfully completed all segments, my lord. But in the result, my lord, no, my lord, marks declared, my lord, and no cutoff marks also declared, my lord. And there are, my lord, vacancies of 1,366, my lord, and they publish legal list of, my lord, 1,532 candidates have been selected, my lord. There are available vacancy, my lord. This is notice may be issued, my lord.
This recruitment process is over.
Over, my lord. There are available vacancies, my lord.
No, what is the relief? Why you have come to the court now?
I have completed all segments of interview, my lord, successfully, my lord. But in the recruitment process, my lord, no marks or no cutoff marks have been declared, my lord. I don't know what are the cutoff marks, my lord, and what marks I obtained, my lord.
You don't know the cutoff mark.
That was not disclosed, my lord.
Correct. You should know. File an application under RTI
That is true, madam. But
Don't
vacancies
turn
also,
the red coat into a RTI.
vacancies also there, madam.
Huh?
There are available vacancies also there, madam.
No, you file RTI application. You have to make out a case.
Madam,
We are not here as a post office to give you information.
since we have.
Heard Mr. H.R. Ahmed, learned counsel for the writ petitioner. Also heard Mr. H. Chakraborty, learned the government advocate Assam appearing for the state. The writ petitioner hearing was a candidate in the recruitment drive initiated by the respondents for filling up grade 4 staff in the Assam Police, Assam Commando Battalions and the DGCD and CGHG, Assam, Civil Defense and Home Guard. There in the synopsis, Forest Department, Fire Service, etc. Stuff. After completion of the recruitment process, the select lists have been published. Mr. Chakraborty, learned government advocate Assam submits that even appointments have already been made. Appointments have been made.
Made, yes. 125, madam.
Appointments have already been made. First off, the petitioner contends that since the cutoff mark was not disclosed by the authorities, hence he is not aware as to the reason why his name was not included in the select list.
And post also there, madam.
First off, since there are available vacant posts in the aforesaid category, hence the petitioner seeks a direction upon the respondents to appoint him against the vacant post. First off, as would be evident from the submissions made by Mr. Ahmed, and as would be evident from the case of the petitioner, he is not aware as to whether he has got the minimum cutoff mark to be included in the list of selected candidates. Notwithstanding the same, the instant writ petition has been filed seeking a writ of mandamus. In the opinion of this court, such writ petitions cannot be entertained. Such writ petitions, which are speculative in nature and is aimed at inviting the court to a roving inquiry, cannot be entertained by this court. Full stop. If the petitioner was desirous of obtaining cogent information, the avenue of application under the RTI Act 2005 was available to him. Full stop. There is no explanation as to why the petitioner did not make any application under RTI Act 2005 seeking the relevant information before contemplating filing of this writ petition. Under the circumstances, this writ petition is held to be devoid of any merit and the same is accordingly dismissed. First up, the petitioner would, however, be at liberty to approach this court once again, once a proper case is made out on facts.
I think 21, 22, 23, same.
21, 22, 23, same order.
Item 18.
May I please?
Yes.
Look, this is a process. After the NRC was finally published, under Rule 11 of the rules, which your lordships will get at page 64, the updation process has to continue. Rule 11, if your lordships have a look.
Yes, Rule 11, page.
Page 64, Miller. Because there are two parts, Miller. NRC preparation, that is over. And final publication came. The persons concerned were possibly not informed. That is one part. But suppose the NRC law contemplates that it continues to remain as a continuous process for updation. And that is the purport of Rule 11 at page 64. The Registrar General of Citizen registration shall cause to maintain the National Register of Indian Citizens in electronic or some other form, which shall entail its continuous updating on the basis of extracts from various registers specified under registration of births and
Deaths Act 1969 and the Act. It shall be the responsibility of the head of each every family to ensure that any event of birth and death occurring in the family has been entered or deleted from the local register of Indian citizens. This chief register of births and deaths and all other officers engaged in the registration of births and deaths shall assist the Registrar General of Citizen Registration in updating the National Register of Indian citizens as required under Sub-Rule 1. Therefore, my lord, the NRC process may end, but updation of the process will continue. That is the purport of the rule. Thereafter, my lord, the exchange took place between the Registrar General and the state government and the local coordinator. He asked for a proposal. That proposal was sent, and thereafter, my lord, page 117, my lord, the proposal indicates at page 118, my lord, if your lordships kindly have a look. The proposal was sought, my lord, so far the updating process is concerned, and then it was sent, and the Office of the State Coordinator. And if your lordships kindly see the second paragraph, last few lines of that, I'll just read out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By fifth line of the second paragraph. The offices of the circle officers, CRCI, will be the nodal center instead of the NRC Seva Kendra. The circle officer, CRCR, will be assisted by one assistant register of citizen registration and the existing circle project management unit consisting of the circle project supervisor, CPS, and 2 junior assistants to provide technical and IT support. The following statutory officers will be entrusted with the task of implementing the continuous update of NRC. We are the persons who are mentioned below, circle project supervisor, CPS. We are about 100 of us now, before your lordship, who are giving a notice of termination of 1 month. So the proposal itself, which was sent to Registrar General from the state via the state coordinator, contemplates the second part of that process.
Where is the termination notice? Where is the notice?
Yes, that is what we filed this on 30th, saying that we are threatened with termination, and they they did it on 31st, and we filed it on 1/6. That has come before your lordship. It is 182 onwards, it starts. We have annexed all the termination which has come so far. This is also quite interesting later. This is issued on 31st May. We filed our writ on 30th of May, 1 day after. So our apprehension was quite justified that way. Release from the post of circle project supervisor, which your lordships found at page 118, that he has to be retained along with 2 of his assistants. With reference to the letter from RGI office dated so-and-so, by which they wanted this proposal to be sent, with reference to the subject cited above and as per letter received from the Registrar General of India, New Delhi, dated 26/2/23, this is to inform you that your services are no longer required as circle project supervisor. Therefore, you are being served with this notice for a period of 1 month effective from 1st June 2023. However, on commencement of the process of issuing rejection slips, redeployment of the CPS may be done in a manner proportionate to the workload at the circle level. You are therefore requested to hand over all assets, documents, etc. in a phased manner to the district project supervisor, latest by 29th June 2023. The effect is the statutory requirement updating, which continues despite whatever has happened with regard to the claims and objection and the final publication. By an administrative order now, and the Registrar General asked for a proposal. The state government with the coordinator submits a proposal, which your lordship has seen at page 118. Who are the persons who are required to be kept for continuing this part of the rules, namely the updation part, which is a composite thing and which has great importance with us. And he is one of the officers who is required to be kept. Now, by an administrative order, that is dispensed with. Therefore, in effect, it brings about a closure of the updation which is required under Rule 11. Can it be done, beloved? That's the short question. You are putting one of the most important acts and the processes relevant for the purpose of this state virtually to a slumber by inaction and this kind of orders.
Mr. Goswami,
yes.
there are two aspects here.
Yes.
One angle is whether the NRC rejection slip process can be put to a permanent halt. That perhaps will be the subject matter of debate in
I am
further.
raising this for the purpose
The
of
question is
the
whether,
second part I am concerned.
whether for whatever reason, whether the petitioners have a right to continue in service and therefore whether an order of the court is called for. Now the petitioner's appointment is on contract basis.
Correct, Milord.
The contract agreement says their services can be terminated with 1 month's notice.
Yes, Milord.
So that is what they have done.
Done.
Now, perhaps this procedure has been adopted in case of some of the FT members also.
Earlier also, one lot was.
Earlier,
because,
Lordship, 3-4 cases had come up before.
yes.
What orders have been passed?
We have annexed one order that is maintaining status quo, which your lordships will get at page 172. Milord.
172.
172. Milord.
Status quo means they are continuing.
That I don't know.
Yes, Lordship, the matters are fixed for hearing, Lordship, and in fact, there are 3 matters. In fact, it had come up before your Lordship once or twice, but on the last occasion, due to paucity of time, it could not be taken up. This matter also, Lordship, since there is a notice of 1 month. So 30th June, they are there. I can file my reply within 2 weeks, Lordship. We'll take up all the matters together. Before 30th of June, Lordship can dispose it off.
I have no problem on that. Only thing your lordships will kindly say, your lordship will kindly say that they should not be removed before lordship.
No, by till 30th,
Yes,
they are
that's
there.
what
Lordship.
I'm saying. If you can.
Till
do it,
30th, they are there. They are there.
No, but who has guaranteed you that the court will hear and decide the matter?
I will pray before your Lordship to take up, because other matters are already
I
fixed.
will lot
No,
of-
no, the question is, others have got a stay order.
Yes, yes.
Not
It's
all,
stay,
only one
exactly,
case.
status
One
quo.
case, one case they have got a stay, others do not have. stay.
Acha. One
That
case
stay
I-
order is dated.
This is
This
a
is
status quo order dated 26/4/2021.
21.
So this order is still holding field.
This order is there.
You have not preferred any appeal against this order.
No, Lordship, because since the matter was listed for hearing.
So therefore, this will also be listed for hearing. with the
Yes,
same
Lordship,
order. What is the option? The court has to maintain uniformity.
yes, I am not disputing that, Lordship, but
Yes.
what I am praying, Lordship, I can file my affidavit within 2 weeks, Lordship.
Yes.
If possible, Lordship, it may be taken up within the month of June, Lordship.
That's all right.
That was very good. I'm very
That
happy.
we'll see. But then status quo means they are continuing.
Yes, yes.
They are, this case they are continuing.
Here also they must.
And,
There
with
there are
similar-
2 other cases where they do not have any order of status quo.
They have been released.
They have been released, Lordship.
But that
This
is not
lot-
proper.
This lot has not been released.
This,
This
so
lot-
far as this case is concerned, Lordship.
So ours is a better case because the proposal itself, their own proposal
Okay.
says that we should continue.
Thereafter, Lordship, there has been,
Therefore, I'm entitled that we should not be removed before your lordship decides.
Senior counsel.
But
is referred
status
to
quo, I will be
the
happy if they,
2019
if
lordship.
they.
Thereafter, there has been developments.
Maybe
No,
it's
Mr.
all-
Dev Chaudhary, with a great deal of reluctance,
Lordship.
the court has to observe here that there is no clarity in what is happening.
That's it.
And this is the reason why the courts are finding it very difficult to take a clear view. You are neither going ahead nor withdrawing.
Law
People are
relates-
facing uncertainty. Somewhere somebody says it's the state who is deciding, somewhere somebody is saying it is the center which is deciding. Now, in this process, what do you expect the judges to do? We will go by the principles of law.
That's right.
We are not concerned about.
Yeah.
The lordship will go by the principles.
Yes, that's the only thing we are concerned. So if there is a stay order operating in case of similarly situated candidates and the department has not assailed their order, there will be a stay order in this
Yes.
case as well. Because that is the fundamental principle on which the court of law is expected to appear. What has happened in other cases when no stay was granted, that is none of the business of the court. That matter is before, not before us. You please address the court. Can the court deny a similar order of protection to?
I'm not on that.
What is the other option?
I'm not on that. My only prayer before your lordship is, lordship, I can file my affidavit.
You file your affidavit,
Within 2 weeks.
obviously.
If possible, lordship, the matters may be taken up within the month of June.
All right, that will do. Heard Mr. P.K. Goswami, Learned Senior Counsel, expert and Ms. B. Goswami, Learned Counsel appearing for the writ petitioner. Also heard Mr. R.K.D. Chaudhary.
I appear for lordship of
DSGI,
3,
Learned DSGI, appearing for.
3, 5, 6, and 7.
3, 5, 6, and 7. Mr. H. Sharma,
1, 2,
learned
and 4.
Additional Senior Government Advocate Assam, has appeared for respond numbers 1, 2, and 4. And who is for 7?
Lordship, I am for 7.
You are for 3,
3, 5, 6, and 7.
3, 5,
4.
6, and 7.
4, this state government.
And 1, 2, and 4.
I am appeal.
Mr. H. Sharma, learned addition.
Then everyone is.
The writ petitioners are all working as circle project supervisors under the control of the NRC coordinator Assam. That is respond number 4, is it?
No, lordship, state coordinator has not been made a party, lordship.
State coordinator is not a party.
Lordship, lordship 3, 3,
Three.
represented by the state coordinator, lordship. I'm sorry.
State NRC coordinator in Assam on contractual basis, full stop. Apprehending that their contractual services may be terminated on the ground that NRC rejection slips are not being generated for the present. The writ petitioners numbering 100 in total, is it?
100.
100 in total,
100.
had approached this court by filing the instant writ petition, full stop. Approached this court by filing this writ petition on 31st of May 2023. On the very next day, that is on 1st of June 2023, individual notices of termination have been issued to all the petitioners, giving them 30 days notice of termination, full stop. According to Mr. Goswami, such notice of termination is wholly unwarranted in view of the avowed, recommendation already made by, who has made the recommendation?
Ultimately, it has gone from the state government through the coordinator.
In view of the recommendation made by the
It
state
was-
government of Assam to continue with the NRC work
Yes, for updating part.
for updating part, full stop.
And
The
that
learned
proposal-
senior counsel for the writ petitioner has also invited the attention of this court to the order dated
That will be at page
20
118. will it?
118,
118, that proposal.
26/4/2021, passed by the learned
Yes.
single judge in WPC number
24388. No?
WPC number 2831 of 2021. instituted by the similarly situated employees aggrieved by similar action on the part of the respondents, wherein his court had directed maintenance of status quo. Full stop. It is not in dispute that the petitioners in WPC number so and so are similarly situated as the present petitioners, and in view of the order of status quo, they are still continuing in service. Full stop. Mr. RKD Chaudhary, learned DSGI, 3 weeks time to file, 2 weeks time to file affidavit. Similar is the prayer of Mr. H. Sharma, learned additional senior government advocate, Assam. In view of the above, issue notice of motion returnable on 21st of June 2023. Since the respondents are already represented, no formal notice is required to be sent in this case. Extra copies of the writ petition, requisite in numbers be furnished to the learned departmental counsel so as to enable them to obtain instruction and file affidavits heard on the prayer of interim relief, considering the facts and circumstances of the case, and in order to maintain uniformity in the matter of judicial orders. This court hereby directs that status quo as regards the service of the petitioners be maintained until further orders.
As on
This
date.
is- As on date, be maintained until further orders. Let this writ petition be listed along with WPC number. Which are the other matters, other two matters? WPC number
2831,
2831
21.
of 2021. Which are the other cases?
Lordship, I will give the,
So next day will be order to list them with the other cases.
no, I'll furnish the
All right.
numbers.
Deeply obliged. Below the filing date, your lordship said 31st, we filed it on 30th.
Actually, not 31st, 30th of May.
The additional affidavit was filed on 31st.
The petitioner is serving in a grade 4 post, and my lord, now it is called Women and Child Welfare Department, my lord, erstwhile Social Welfare Department. So under the rules, my lord, 15% of the vacancies of LDA cum typees has to be filled up by promotion of grade 4 employees who are having HSLC qualification. Now, going by the cadre of LDA, my lord, there has to be 55 such promotion. The document enclosed in the petition would show that only 4 promotions have been made. So in view of our representation, my lord, a process was drawn in 2021, and my information was also sent. Now, my lord, recently, my lord, they have made 70 appointments, my lord, direct recruitment, no promotion has been given. In that view of the matter, my lord.
They will have to file affidavit.
My lord. So only, my lord, my matter is under consideration. So pendency may not be a bar for the. No.
I'm on lordship, if your lordship comes to page 9, paragraph 15.
Yeah.
He has categorically stated. The petitioner states that in the process mentioned above, the authorities earmarked about 20 posts in the cadre of LDA cum typist for being filled up by promotion of grade 4 employees, and in the list of names, the petitioner is also there. And if your lordship comes to page 50, that is the here, my learned friend has annexed one judgment of this honorable court order, wherein starts at page 50. The relevant portion is at page 55. Last paragraph 9. In that view of the matter, similarly situated lords, the writ petition is disposed of with a direction to the respondents to consider the case of the petitioner for promotion to grade 3. Under this consideration, lordship would need period lordship, as because apparently seems to be he has got some case lordship. If my learned friend is agreeable.
My lord. Good.
Take down. Heard Mr. B. Chakravarti, learned counsel appearing for the writ petitioner. I have also heard Mr. H. Sharma.
All the
learned
respondents.
Additional senior government advocate, Assam, appearing for all the respondents. Full stop. The writ petitioner hearing was appointed against a grade 4 post in the establishment of in the establishment of Child Development Project Officer, Salchapra ICDS project, Kachar, in the year 1995. And since then, he has been serving in the said post. According to the petitioner, he is entitled under the rules for being promoted to a grade 3 post against the 15% quota earmarked for the promotional category. Notwithstanding the same, the respondents have not considered the case of the petitioner for promotion. On the contrary, as many as 70 direct recruitment.
But recently they have made 69.
As many as 60 candidates have been directly recruited in the category of grade 3 posts very recently.
On 25th of May, madam.
On the 25th of May 2023, as a result of which the promotional avenue of the petitioner has been practically obliterated. Full stop. By referring to the which rule?
Rule, my lord. My lord, the Assam Ministerial District Establishment Service Rule.
Referring to the Assam Ministerial District Establishment Service Rule
1967.
Mr. Chakraborty submits that as per the provisions of the rule, the authorities are bound to maintain 15% quota for the promotees.
And it is being amended by
Page 26.
page 26. But that initially 10%, it was made 15%.
Enhanced.
As amended, referring to something as amended, bound to maintain 15% quota in the grade 4 posts for promotional candidates, and therefore the non-consideration of the prayer made by the petitioner is illegal. Law is firmly settled that right to be considered for promotion to a higher post is a fundamental right, provided the employee comes within the zone of consideration and there are vacancies available in the higher grade. Full stop. In view of the assertions made in the writ petition, this court is of the opinion that the case of the petitioner ought to be considered for promotion due to the long years of services rendered by him in the grade 4 post, provided there are vacancies available in the grade 3 category. Full stop. At this stage,
And also fulfills the criteria. Lord.
and the petitioner also fulfills the criteria prescribed by the rules of 1969. Full stop.
69 amended subsequently, madam.
As amended, as
amended.
Mr. H. Sharma, learned government advocate Assam, submits that this writ petition can be disposed of with a direction upon the respondents.
Respondent number 2, Lordship,
Respondent
Director.
number 2, to consider the case of the petitioner for promotion. In view of the above, this writ petition is being disposed of at this stage of motion hearing with a direction upon the respondent number 2
Lordship.
to consider the case of the petitioner in the light of the observations made herein above. If he fulfills the requirement of the rules of 69 bracket as amended, and there are vacancies available in the grade 3 category. The aforesaid exercise be carried out and completed as expeditiously as possible, but not later than 90 days from the date of receipt of a certified copy of this order. Writ petition stands disposed of accordingly.
May it please your lordship. Lordship, petitioner before your lordship is a candidate who participated in a selection procedure initiated by the Staff Selection Commission, Lordship. And Lordship, he scored more marks than the,
These matters are already, where are the similar orders?
Sir, Lordship at page 56. The petitioner belongs from SC category, Lordship.
Hmm. One, only sole petitioner.
Yes,
One-
sole petitioner.
Where is the order passed by this court?
I have just signed the one. Just one.
Disposed of.
Yes, Lordship. Item 24 also, same Lordship. There are two petitioners are there. 24.
So where there is two petitioner, will be petitioner. Here I think it's single petitioner. Item 24, you are there as the counsel.
Yes, Lordship.
I am in 20, item 20.
Actually, in item 20, I have already mentioned, item 24, CGC will be B Sharma. And there will be two petitioners, so it's S Sutradhar. Disposed of.
Oblast.
20 and 25.
This is also similar matter, Lordship.
Hmm?
Similar matter.
How many petitioners?
One, OBC candidate.
Where is the earlier order?
Earlier, annexed at page Lordship 62. It's
Page
order start
62.
page 64.
How many petitioners?
One, single.
So single petitioner, you make the changes, huh? In page 64, dispute of.
Order implement of party, I think will just take party.
No, please, Your Lordship, this is an application for implement of respondent number 8, 9 and 10. The respondent who already been retired from the service, that is Chief Executive Officer, Lordship, and Chief Executive, and the respondent was 6, that is Commissioner and Secretary to the Government of Assam, and registered cooperative, 3 of them already been,
You are in which case?
item number 26, Lordship. Hassan Ali Sheikh and.
IAS Civil 1054 of the
Yes,
2023.
Lordship, 105.
Lordship, I am appearing on behalf of SK Talukdar. Respondent 6 and 7.
You take down hard list
Already
G Paul in
transferred.
item 26. Huh? IAS Civil number 1054 of 2026. Hard list J Paul Leonard Council appearing for the applicant. Also heard, who is appearing for whom, please? Your
My lord, I am appearing for respondent number 3 in item number 26. 6
Yes.
and 7, my lord.
Miss R. Mushari.
S. Musa.
S. Mushari for respond numbers
3.
3 and 4. 3, only 3.
3, my lord.
Not
And
bad.
Miss, your name, please?
SK Talukdar.
Your
Item-
name is SK Talukdar.
No, on
Right?
behalf of SK Talukdar.
What is your name?
Samim Nasrinullah.
Huh?
SN Ullah.
SN Ullah. Representing Mr. SK Talukdar has appeared for respond numbers
6 and 7.
This IA has been filed with a prayer to impede the opposite parties. Who are the opposite parties to be impeded?
Respondent number 1 is asking.
I am appearing for the bank, Lordship, Chief Executive Director, earlier Chief
Still
Executive,
bank.
Escort Bank.
Chairman,
You Ahmed for respond number?
1.
One.
In the
One and
contempt case, there is no bank or no.
Yes.
It is only the respondents.
Actually,
Which is the
this
respondent you are-
amendment petition, I am for earlier Chief Executive Director who is already retired. Lord. Now,
No required, not required.
yes, not required.
Your name will not be recorded.
Yes.
You are not appearing for anyone here.
As present, I am for Chief Executive Director. Lord.
But we all.
Not required. For implement of respond opposite party numbers
8, 9, 10.
as respond numbers,
No, Lordship, opposite party number 2, 6, 7, already been, not in their position, so implement of respondent number 8, 9 and 10.
as respond numbers.
2, 6, 7, replacing 8, 9, 10.
No, there is no question of replacing. Replacement doesn't happen. You withdraw this and file a.
No.
Your application is defective.
No, Lordship, I'm not. Actually, the
You have
respondent
to
number,
first name the opposite parties in the IA and tell that I want their implements in the
Yes,
contempt
Lordship.
cases.
Yes,
So
Lordship.
what is the opposite party numbers?
Opposite party number 2. 2, that is Ghanakant Pego, he has already been retired from the service. He is replaced.
On the prayer
there
of
are-
Ms. J. Paul,
now-
other counsel to the petitioner, this matter stands adjourned for 3 weeks. What is your case?
Number 27 and 28.
Opposite party numbers?
Lordship, opposite party numbers, Lordship. 2, 5 and 2, 3 and 5, Lordship.
Is the same mistake there in this case also?
Lordship, actually,
You have to make in the IA, the persons you want to implement have to be identified as opposite parties.
Lordship.
Then you have to say that I want opposite party number 1, 2 and 3 to be implemented as 7, 8 and 9 in the contempt case. Is it been done here? Otherwise withdraw and file a fish.
Lordship, it has been going on and on, Lordship.
No.
So number of.
Never gone. That
Lordship,
can't be done.
we have given their designations, Lordship, new persons, Lordship, and we have said
How
that.
can the court implement respond number 7, 8 and 9 as respond number 7, 8 and 9? Is an order, such kind of an order, is it possible, Mr. Bhagawati?
Lordship, that I understand, Lordship.
Then,
But too much delay has been caused, Lordship. The officers are always changing, Lordship. That is the difficulty. From 2018, Lordship, we are suffering
let
for.
this matter be listed before any other bench.
Lordship, no, Lordship, no,
I cannot
no,
pass
Lordship,
order.
no, Lordship. No, we will place it here.
No,
Lordship.
you will be getting orders,
make the changes.
but this is wrong.
Lordship.
This cannot be done. This is
Lordship.
creating problem for the system.
Lordship, I will change it.
Hmm?
I may be allowed to
No,
change
why don't you take a chance elsewhere?
it. No, Lordship. This is
Because
the,
maybe.
no, Lordship, we
others
don't
may-
have a choice that way, Lordship, but it's fine here, Lordship.
You see, Mr. Bhagwati, these applications must say who you want
Lordship,
to.
I understand, Lordship. That is
What will be their number in the case is another matter. But in the IA, you have to say that I want to implement them.
Lordship, on behalf of this one, yes,
Not
Lordship.
on behalf. There is no on behalf. They are not let off. People who have retired, they are never let off. This is
Not let off.
completely wrong understanding. I'm sorry.
Lordship,
to say.
they won't be let off.
They will
In
also
contact.
have their responsibility.
Lordship,
Why are you letting them off? If
Lordship,
these people come and say that, sorry, we can't do anything, they have not done. You are stuck up.
Lordship, Lordship.
So these wrong things.
I will
should
withdraw
not
it.
Go on.
Lordship,
Should not go on. If it is wrong, let it be righted.
Lordship.
What will you say tomorrow if they come and say that, sorry,
Exactly, Lordship.
these people have created a mess, they are not a party, so
Lordship.
you will again have to file a petition. To
Lordship.
So first of all, in a contempt case, there is no concept of replacement.
Lordship,
If such order has been passed, unless the facts of the case justifies otherwise, these are not orders which are correct.
Lordship,
I will not pass order.
Lordship,
In a contempt case, they continue to remain responsible.
Lordship,
Their activities during the relevant point of time will be examined by the court.
Lordship.
So what is this?
I will,
Huh?
Lordship, I will withdraw and file again, Lordship.
Trouble for you,
No problem.
but some courts are troublesome.
Lordship.
What to-
No, Lordship. We have to go by the judicial process, Lordship. That is true.
Some courts are
We
troublesome.
made a mistake, Lordship. I admit.
26 or same, I'm saying that's all.
Lordship, we have made a mistake. We will correct it.
As far as.
Mr. Bhagwati, you have the option to move it in another court.
No, Lordship.
Think about it.
No, Lordship. We don't have that choice, Lordship. This court is
All
as
right.
much good as other court.
Then I'm so sorry. I would like to stick to the.
Lordship,
Corrections.
Lordship. We also.
As far as 29 is concerned, impleading is over and my matter is ready for hearing.
You want to be segregated.
Yes, provided if your lordship hears the entire matter, hearing, otherwise it's ready for
Are
hearing.
you in a hurry?
And let it be heard together. It's okay. But
You want to
weeks.
withdraw really?
Lordship.
Miss Paul, you want to withdraw?
yes,
Then item 26 and 27, is it?
26, 27 mine, 27, 28 mine, and 26 is her.
26, so and so, 6 leave to withdraw with liberty to file a case, prayer allowed. And 27, at 27, 28, Mr. M. Bhagavati, 6 leave to withdraw. The IA, huh? Only the IA. In item 29,
9. It's.
it has been tagged. If you want to be segregated, then it can be done. Right. So and so appears, this matter along with. Then you file an application, you will
Lordship.
pass an order.
Lordship.
Who is in item 30?
2 weeks may be given, not, it's going on for long.
Lordship.
Item 30 is also tagged.
Lordship, it is also tagged, Lordship. That is another matter. I am for 30, Lordship.
Achha. Let it
No
also be
impediment, Lordship.
Okay.
That is good.
29 and 30.
For admission, I can 31 and 32.
Lord, I'm sorry, Lord, I could not prepare the case yet. I could not prepare the case. Can it be fixed on Monday
Monday,
or Tuesday?
Well, I don't have any trick element.
Thursday.
I am ready otherwise.
All right. On the request of Mr. A. Das Gupta, Learned Senior Counsel appearing for the petitioner, this matter is directed to be listed again on 8/6/2023. Mr. G. H. Sayola, Learned Senior Counsel, is present on behalf of the ONGC authorities and does not have any objection with the prayer is allowed.
Look, the second case, another somewhere, similar case.
Listed along with WPC. number? This item 31 along with 32.
32, my lord, only the petitioner counsel is different. Petitioner counsel, but I am.
Miss E. Talukdar is present on behalf of the petitioner in item 32.
May I please, Major?
My lord, challenge here, my lord, challenge the interim termination order 14/2018, my lord. Page 20, my lord. Petitioner was dismissed from service, my lord, due to unauthorized absence 148 days, my lord.
Yes.
My lord, he was not received any so cause notice, my lord. Inquiry report and my lord not even given, my lord, opportunity of personal hearing, my lord. At the time of he was not his own residence, my lord. Page 20, my
You
lord.
have filed counter affidavit. Affidavit has
Lordship,
been
I have
filed.
filed my affidavit, but so far as the last date is concerned, petitioner was supposed to file his rejoinder, Lordship.
A file, my lord.
Rejoinder has been filed.
7/6/2022.
Yes, it has been filed.
Yes, my lord.
So we'll post it for disposal at the admission stage.
So I'm just praying a copy of the rejoinder affidavit.
Yes, my lord.
Are Mr. B. Mr. B. Kumar, learned counsel appearing for the writ petitioner. Also heard Mr. P. Nayak. Learned
Finance
counsel,
law, 1, 2, and 3 laws.
that is standing counsel finance
Finance.
department appearing for respond number 1, 2, and 2 to submit that he has not received a copy of the rejoinder affidavit filed by the petitioner. In view of the above, the learned counsel for the petitioner to furnish a copy of the rejoinder affidavit to Mr. Nayak. Since this is a case of dismissal from service and considering the urgency expressed in the matter, registered in this case for admission hearing in the column of disposal within course, disposal at the stage of admission, unquote, on a non-miscellaneous day after reopening of the summer vacation as a fixed item.
For the matter for the team, my lord.
On the prayer of learned counsel and the petitioner, this matter stands adjourned for 24 hours.
May it please your lordship.
Yes.
Lordship may kindly look at the order passed on 4/1/2021, lordship. Lordship directed me to apprise the court whether the skill tests have been held in accordance with law. Lordship, thereafter, lordship, on 1/3/2021, lordship, I have filed a affidavit on behalf of the respondent number 3, lordship. Lordship, at page 31 of my affidavit, lordship, I have annexed the notice, lordship, dated 27/2/2020, lordship, whereby, lordship, the candidates were called for skill test and it was done in accordance with law, lordship. So, lordship, nothing remains in this writ petition, lordship. It was done.
After filing of the affidavit, there is an order passed by your lordships on 8. There was a direction
To get the records
of
the
case.
records are
This honorable court considered the affidavit and thereafter passed this order to bring the
records are
record.
not
Because
necessary,
my case is that advertisement provided for written examination followed by skill test stroke in a computer test. But they did not hold the skill test. They only took the interview of the candidates, my lord. So that's why this honorable court directed that you produce the records of the case.
But otherwise, lordship, I have stated that.
What is there in this case, Mr. Das?
No, that is, I file RTI application, they don't provide information, everything, why they are,
The recruitment is over already.
Yes, lordship.
recruitment is over.
All right, for your satisfaction, second week of August.
They'll produce the records,
No,
that
no,
much
no.
only, Milord, nothing else.
Or they'll do it second week of August. There is no urgency in this matter. Heard Mr. H.K. Das, learned counsel for the petition. Also heard Mr. D. Utomandi, learned standing counsel, Health Department, Assam, who submits that in terms of the order of this court, affidavit has been filed. However, pointing out at the order dated 8/8/2022, passed by the learned single judge, Mr. Das submits that the records of the selection process be called for. Since there is already an order of the court passed on 8/8/2022 for production of records, this matter stands adjourned till the second week of August 2023, so as to enable the learned department counsel to produce the records,
Highly obliged.
facilitating disposal of the petition at the stage of admission.
Highly obliged.
Obliged.
Matter regarding compassionate appointment, lordship. Lordship, during pendency of the case, Lordship, the matter was placed before the DLC, Lordship, but DLC did not consider my case on the ground that the case is pending and there is no order from this court, Lordship, and accordingly directed the department to place again place before the DLC, Lordship.
Yes, manual.
When was the application filed?
Application was filed on 6/4/2013, Lordship.
Not considered even once.
After filing this.
What is your instruction?
Lordship, I'm relying my lord judgment, Lordship. Let me dismiss this case. I have
No,
not
no,
received
one
the-
consideration is required.
Yes, one consideration they have made.
Serial number 7, Lordship, last paragraph. Executive Engineer Gauripur, Lordship.
Then
It has been kept in abeyance. That's what they say.
my lord, Lordship may dispose of the matter. Department may place the matter before DLC.
Heard Mr. S. Alom, learned counsel appearing for the lead petitioner, also heard Ms. M.D. Bora, learned government advocate Assam appearing for the respond numbers.
Poor my lord.
Respond number 4, Mr. N. Upadhyay, N. Upadhyay, learned standing counsel litigation department Assam, is present on behalf of respond numbers 1, 2, and 3. Mr. The father of the petitioner was working as a khalasi under the respond number 3. Full stop. He died in harness on 18/3/2013. Whereafter, the petitioner had submitted an application dated 6/4/2013, seeking appointment on compassionate ground. The grievance of the petitioner is that his application has not been considered till today by the DLC of Dhubri district. Hence this writ petition. First, it appears that during the pendency of this writ petition, the DLC had met and considered the application of the writ petitioner, but did not take any decision in respect thereof due to the pendency of this writ petition. Accordingly, the application of the petitioner has been kept in abeyance. Full stop. Mr. Alam submits that since the petitioner's application for compassionate appointment has been submitted immediately after the death of his father, the same ought to have been considered by the DLC and DLC in accordance with law. Full stop. However, instead of doing that, the application has been kept in abeyance. Full stop. Although Ms. Bora, learned government advocate, Assam has raised the question of delay that has occurred in this case. Yet this court finds that the delay is not on account of the petitioner, but due to the delay on the part of the DLC in considering his application. Therefore, without expressing any opinion on the merit of the claim of the petitioner, this writ petition stands disposed of with a direction upon the DLCs to SLC to consider his application in accordance with law, keeping in view the office memorandums in force at the relevant point of time and take a decision on his application. Full stop. The aforesaid exercise be carried out as expeditiously as possible, but not later than 6 months from the
My lord.
date of receipt of a certified copy of this order. Writ petition stands disposed of.
Lordship may direct the respondents, the department also, because they have to send a proposal to the DLC.
Respondents,
Yes,
the respond numbers 1, 2, and 3 may do the needful for compliance of the course order.
my lord.
Writ
I'm
petition
deeply
stands disposed of accordingly.
My lord,
The petitioner, my lord, he was released from service, my lord. Lordship have heard the matter earlier also.
You have got your instruction.
Yes, Lordship. Taken, sir. Taken, sir.
So has the finance department filed affidavit?
No, Lordship, not yet, Lord. We have not filed.
You have to put your stand on affidavit.
Lordship, this is the sign that I have to.
They will have to file affidavit. Without that, we cannot. How much time you want?
2 weeks, Lordship.
Not more than 2 weeks. I heard Mr. F. Khan, learned counsel appearing for the writ petition. I also heard Mr. P. Nayak, learned SC Finance, who submits that in terms of the order dated 19/5/2023 passed by this court, he has received instructions. And therefore seeks 2 weeks time to place the same on record in the form of an affidavit. Prayer is allowed. This matter is directed to be listed again for admission hearing on 21st of June 2023 as a fixed item. The affidavit on behalf of the finance department be brought on record on or before 19th of June 2023 by serving advance copy upon the petitioner's counsel. If file your affidavit,
Lordship, I.
take back this instruction.
Obliged.
My lord, in this case, the affidavit in opposition has been filed by them, and we have also filed the affidavit in reply, but both are not on the record. So it may come up on Monday with fixed date.
Monday.
Monday.
Why Monday?
Monday.
My lord, this is regarding the appointment of arbitrator.
All right, Monday means it will come up on
Some other day.
Wednesday,
12th of June.
my lord.
12th June. 12th of June. Mr. R. Hussain, learned counsel is present on behalf of the petitioner. Mr. A.K. Datta, learned CGC is present on behalf of the respondents. It is submitted that the counter affidavit filed by the respondents and the rejoinder thereof submitted by the petitioner are not on record. Registry to therefore trace out the counter affidavit and the rejoinder affidavit of the respective parties, tag the same with the record of this case and list this case again on 12th of June 2026.
As a fixed item.
My lord, in this matter, we have filed our affidavit, my lord.
My lord, we will file a rejoinder, my lord, and your lordship may fix the matter for admission hearing. In the meantime, I will file a
How
rejoinder.
much time you want?
2 weeks, my lord.
Mr. J. Payand, Nayak counsel for the petitioner claims for and is granted 2 weeks time to file rejoinder affidavit. This MD Bora, learned government advocate Assam is present and does not have any objection to the prayer is allowed. In view of the above, registry to list this matter for admission immediately after the rejoinder affidavit is filed by the
Obliged, my lord.
petitioner.
As director of your lordship, we filed already the amendment petition, my lord, amending the prayer portion, my lord. That your lordship, that.
Any objection?
Lordship will file affidavit, lordship.
Amended
Again,
petition has been filed.
We have already filed, my lord.
Already filed, lordship, but the petitioner amended, lordship. That's why affidavit will be filed, lordship.
Nothing amendment, only prayer portion has been amended.
You want to file affidavit?
No, lordship, no.
No, Lordship, if the affidavit filed by us covered the amended writ petition, then that.
That you will know.
No, Lordship, and because my learned friend stated that only that prayer portion is amended.
So what is to be done today?
So there is a fixed story.
The matter is simple, my lord. Your person can dispose it of your lordship.
What is the matter?
Matter relates, my lord, he was initially appointed as a revenue copyist, my lord, way back in 1986, my lord.
Today I am, if possible, Lordship, any other day, Lordship.
Mr. P. Kottagil, learned counsel for the petitioner submits that amended writ petition has already been filed and therefore the matter be taken up for admission. Full stop. Mr. H. Sharma, learned additional senior government advocate Assam, appearing on behalf of the respondent, submits that, as well as Mr. J. Hendik, learned standing counsel, revenue and disaster management Assam, submit. Correct. Legally complete. Mr. J. Hendik, learned SC, revenue and disaster management Assam, is present on behalf of respond numbers.
I'm one.
Respond number 1. Mr. P. Nayak, learned SC Finance for respond number 2, and Mr. H. Sharma, learned additional senior government advocate Assam for respond number 3.
Lordship.
The learned department council submit that there is no need to file any additional affidavit in opposition, but this matter be posted for admission hearing again after 2 weeks. In view of the above, registry to list this case for admission hearing after 2 weeks.
The date may be
After 2 weeks.
after 2
weeks.
May I please, Lordship, some time will be required, Lordship, for filing affidavit, Lordship. No instruction received. Lordship.
My lord, in simple case, my lord, due to delay in submission of the checklist, they are deprived from the benefit granted by the government. And they are to get wages of at the rate of 15,900. And now they are not in the checklist, so their service may go. They may be treated as not in service, my lord. And I have heard that there is an effort of the on the part of the government to delete the names of those casual employees who are not in the checklist prepared by the finance department. So if it is delayed, then their service may go on. They are servicing for more than 40 years, 39 years, 36 years. And after this service, they are not coming in the checklist, my lord. And they are not getting the benefit, enhanced benefit. Now they are getting 9,000 wages, monthly wages, and government has granted sanction 15,900 per month plus DA plus medical allowance of 600. And if because of their name, that their names are not in the checklist, and they are hanging, receiving the all wages of the 9,000. But now it is hard that they may not be treated as the service now. As they are
Mr. Nayak, what is this?
If the departmental affidavit comes, Lordship, then it will be easier for me to find out whether their names were forwarded to the finance or not.
No,
Yes, but
it always says there was delay in furnishing name. These are interdepartmental matters. Why should the petitioner suffer?
My lord, the social for delayed in sending the checklist. And because of this, the finance department has rejected their list.
So, Mr.
They are not informed, my
Just a
lord.
minute, just a minute. You take your seat, I have understood. Yes. The delays from the directorate.
Yes.
Why are you penalizing the petitioners? That is the only ground.
Lordship, names have to come from the concerned administrative department, Lordship. Only then finance
Till
department.
today, the names have not been
So
sent.
that is for that purpose only, Lordship. It is not coming from the department. It will be a futile exercise to find out everything.
Then we'll have to call for personal appearance of the director.
2 weeks time, Lord, 2 weeks time, Lordship. Relevant
All right.
instruction, Lord, 2 weeks time.
I
Lord.
heard Mr. C. Decker, learned counsel appearing for the writ petitioner, also heard Mr. H. Chakraborty, learned government advocate of some which waits for 2 weeks further time as last chance to file affidavit. First up, it appears that due to the delay on the part of the Director of Social Welfare in forwarding the names of casual employees serving under the department, the benefit of minimum pay scale as available under the judgment of the division bench rendered in the case of State of Assam and others versus C. Upen Das and others, bracket retable 45/2014. Bracket close, has been denied to the petitioners by the finance department. First up. If that be so, the matter requires urgent consideration by this court. As such, on the request of Mr. Chakravarti, this matter is directed to be listed again on 16th of June 2023 as a fixed item. It is made clear that if affidavit on behalf of the Director of Social Welfare is not filed in the meantime, he shall remain personally present on the next date fixed. A copy of this order be furnished to Mr. A. Chakravarti, and a government advocate or something. That's what I, by the way, they are make can be fixed. Yes, make can be fixed.
May I please, your lordship? My lord, in this matter, may I pray for further 2 weeks' time, my lord, to file the affidavit? We are still awaiting a few documents.
You have been taking time in installments of 2 weeks and
My
3
lord,
weeks.
We had received the instructions, my lord. However, a few of the documents were inadvertently not annexed. Therefore, we have sought for those documents, my lord. I pray, my lord, 2 weeks, my lord, we'll file the affidavit in the meantime.
Yes,
My lord, notice was issued on
all right, heard Mr. P.
22/12.
Mohammed, counsel for the petitioner, also heard Mr. A. Burua, Lanis counsel appearing for the APDCL, who prays for and is granted 2 weeks further time to file affidavit as a last run. Let this matter be listed again for admission after 3 weeks. It is made clear that if no affidavit is filed on or before the next date of listing, this writ petition will be taken up for disposal on the basis of materials available on the.
Lordship, may I pray for a fixed date?
That 3 weeks, after 3 weeks.
Lordship, it
We
is-
cannot give fixed date in all cases, Mr. Bowman. 3 weeks is 3 weeks. Because in one day I will have 500 matters in my court. You tell me which date you want and tell me the number of cases already fixed on that day. Give that information, we'll give you the date. Can you give it? So therefore, you make your submission, we'll do our job. You
Like-
wanted a fixed date, 3 weeks. That gives the registry a little.
Otherwise, it is not generally listed, Lordship. Last time also, this matter came up before Bihu vacation. And they prayed for time. And it was not listed. Therefore, I had
No,
to
that
mention
problem will be there.
it.
That problem is a perennial problem across the country. It will be there. Nothing can be done about it. Because the number of judges are abysmally low compared to the number of dockets. This is much better here. So this problem will be there. Nothing can be done about it for now. So
We have to bear with it.
we have to bear with it.
Obliged.
What to do? We cannot give fixed dates in hundreds of matters and then the court procedure will become unworkable. Then every judge will only pass over matters. 150 cases a day, you imagine what will be the consequence? Not a single effective order will be passed in any case. That is even worse. So therefore, 3 weeks is the best. It will come on the 3rd or at best on the 4th.
I'll have to make a mention if it is not.
No, it will come.
Obliged.
Lordship, in this case, our affidavit has been sent for vetting, Lordship. Lordship, it may be-
Mr. A. Chakraborty, learned counsel for the petitioner is present. Mr. P. Nayak, learned standing
PW.
counsel, PWD Assam submits that the affidavit prepared on behalf of the department has been sent for vetting and will be brought on record within 2 weeks from today. In view of the above, this matter stands adjourned for 3 weeks so as to enable the learned SCPWD to bring the affidavit on record.
Obliged.
Supplementary list for admission. I have 54 and 55.
Lordship, before my learned friend, just Lordship, on the last occasion, Lordship gave me a last chance, but I recorded the date as 6th of June, Lordship. That was my fault. But somehow I have sent it, Lordship, yesterday night, Lordship. That's my predicament, Lordship.
What is the matter about?
My lord, this is a matter regarding premature retirement, my lord. Premature retirement. Petitioner, my lord,
Affidavit will be required.
require, my lord.
Heard
So
Ms. P.
next one
Burman,
is a fixed item.
heard Ms. P. Burman, learned counsel for the petitioner appearing in both these cases. Mr. B. Chaudhary, learned standing counsel, Agriculture Department, Assam submits that due to oversight, the affidavit could not be filed on or filed today. However, Mr. Chaudhary assures this court that the affidavit on behalf of the department will be brought on record on or before 6th of June 2023. Ms. Burman has expressed urgency in the matter and seeks posting of these cases again on 9th of June 2023.
Mine of 6th of June, I have some problem.
9th of June 2023. In view of the request made by the petitioner's
9th of-
counsel, these matters are directed to be listed again on 9th of June 2023 as fixed items by tagging the affidavit, if any, filed by the department.
I think that is 6.
May I please, your lordship?
Yes.
The petitioner before your lordship is agreed by the action on the part of the respondent authorities, my lord, in rejecting her candidature for the post of Anganwadi worker, my lord, on the ground that she is not medically, physically fit, my lord. My lord, to support my case, my lord, I have annexed 2 documents, my lord.
Let the director consider her. Yes.
Lordship, we have received the answer that the inquiry has been initiated, Lordship. I am awaiting the inquiry report, Lordship. That's
Inquiry on what?
on her physical status, Lordship. It was rejected on the ground of that she cannot even speak in the interview process, Lordship.
Heard Mr. D. Kolita, learned counsel for the petitioner. Then let the director
Lordship.
take a decision in the
Lordship.
matter based
Lordship.
on the inquiry report.
Lordship,
Also heard Mr. S.S. Roy, learned
all the rest.
government advocate Assam appearing for all the respondents. Full stop. The writ petitioner herein had participated in the recruitment process for appointment of Anganwadi worker under the ROA, ROWA, part dash capital Roman 1, Anganwadi Center. The synopsis of Babu, under the Gorakhpur ICBS project. Poster. However, the candidature of the petitioner was rejected on the ground that she was physically unfit for being appointed as Anganwadi worker. Full stop. Aggrieved thereby, the instant writ petition has been filed. Mr. Roy, learned government advocate, Assam submits that during the pendency of this writ petition, an inquiry has been ordered in so as to verify the physical status of the petitioner
Lordship.
and ascertain as to whether she is fit to be appointed as Anganwadi worker. The inquiry report is still awaited. Full stop. Whether the petitioner is physically fit or not is a matter to be verified by the departmental authorities on the basis of examination, on the basis of proper examination. Therefore, this court is of the opinion that it is the Director of Social Welfare, that is the respondent number 2, Social Women and Child Welfare.
Director of Women and Child Welfare.
Women and Child Welfare, Assam, who will be the competent authority to take a decision on the question of physical fitness of the petitioner to hold the post of Anganwadi worker. Since an inquiry has already been initiated, let the respondent number 2 take a decision on the issue after taking note of the inquiry report. In view of the above and as agreed to by learned counsel for both the sides, this writ petition is being disposed of with a direction upon the respondent number 2 to take a decision in the matter based on the inquiry report that may be available. In this case, first of the aforesaid exercise be carried out and completed as expeditiously as possible, but not later than 3 months from the date of receipt of a certified copy of this order. Now, writ petition stands disposed of.
Obliged.
I'm being better attentive.
What is this matter?
In this case, my lord, petitioner is an son of ex Gambua, my lord. He pays for in charge, my lord. And challenging the private respondent appointment, my lord, as in charge Gambua.
So then this can be appealed, ability to file an appeal.
The petitioner submitted a representation before the deputy commissioner, my lord.
No, appeal has to be filed before the divisional commissioner.
No appeal is filed, my lord.
You file an appeal along with application for condonation of duty.
That his case is different. My lord, that already been selection has been made.
Appointment has been made.
Lordship, my lord, that his grievance is there, my lord, in pursuant to the Annexa 4, lordship, page 16. Annexa 4, page 6. The due to my lord, the retirement of this, my lord, the charge number 20 Gamburas, lordship. Some my lord, the charge number 19 Gamburas has been given the insurance. My lord, this is his grievance, my lord.
That should be from the same village, my lord. My lord, lordship.
And even the lordship may kindly see the annexa for page 16. Then in the remark in a vernacular lordship, it is given the page 17 lordship. A daitya bhar স্থায়ী গাঁওবুঢ়া নিযুক্তি নোহোৱালৈকে তেওঁলোকৰ নিজৰ দায়িত্বৰ উপৰিও উল্লেখিত চাৰ্জসমূহৰ অতিৰিক্ত দায়িত্ব অৰ্পণ কৰা হ'ল। And in the remarks, lordship, my lord, he did not mention anything.
Your lordship was
Many
directed,
issued in these matters. These are all.
your lordship was directed to consider my representation.
It's a temporary arrangement. Thereafter, lordship,
well as-
advertisement was made, advertisement was published, he appeared in that advertisement.
In the
This is a
meantime,
temporary arrangement, nothing more than that.
in the meantime, I will file a appeal before him.
The order to consider your representation cannot be passed for this reason. The problem with this court is unless the court knows that the order, the authorities can grant your relief, no question of passing that direction. If the authorities consider and allow your prayer, it will be illegal. We cannot issue a mandamus asking them to do something which if allowed will be illegal. So either dismissal on merit or dismissal or withdrawal. Choice A, choice B. What do you want? Difficult choice. We understand. These cases should not be filed in the first place. These are completely speculative. These are frivolous litigations. Yes.
Next request on. Then my lord, kindly taken it on Monday, my lord, my senior is my lord.
All right, heard, Mr.
K. Kolita, my lord.
K. Kalita, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr.
1 and 2.
Learned standing counsel, revenue department, Assam, appearing for the respond numbers
1 and 2.
1 and 2. And Mr. H. Sharma, learned senior government advocate.
3 and 4.
Appearing for respond numbers 3 and 4. The writ petitioner hearing claims to be the son of the erstwhile Gaubura, Gaupradhan of charge number 20 of Govardhana Moja, Barnagar Revenue Circle, Sorbhak in the district of Borpeta. First of all, his father died due to some illness. First of all, according to the petitioner, he had assisted his father for more than 10 years in discharging the duties of Gaupradhan. Notwithstanding the same, after the demise of his father, the authorities have issued order dated 5/4/2022, making the respond number 5, that is the Gaubura of number 19, that is the Gaupradhan of charge number 19, as the in charge Gaupradhan of charge number 20 as well. First up, the petitioner submits that since the respondent number 5 is not a resident of the village coming within charge number 20, he is not competent to hold the post of in charge Gaon Pradhan. Mr. H. Sharma, learned government advocate Assam, has pointed out that the order dated 5/4/2022 seeks to make a temporary arrangement until such time a regular Gaon Pradhan is appointed for charge number 20. The petitioner has appeared in the selection process for recruitment of Gaon Pradhan and has emerged as unsuccessful candidate. Therefore, submits Mr. Sharma. The petitioner
Lordship, he appeared, Lordship, but the result I do not know.
appeared in the selection process for appointment of Gaon Pradhan, but the result is yet to be declared.
That also I do not know, Lordship. From his writ petition, I have stated that he appeared, but he did not disclose whether result is out or not.
Result is out.
But I have no specific instruction from him.
Appeared in the selection process for appointment of Gaon Pradhan pursuant to the advertisement notice dated, pursuant to an advertisement issued by the authorities. Mr. Sharma therefore submits that if the petitioner is selected in the process, he can be appointed as Gaon Pradhan, but not otherwise.
Advertisement dated 3/9/2022.
After going through, similar as the stand of Mr. Advertisement dated
3/9/2022.
3/9/2022. Similar is the stand of Mr. J. Henry, non-standing counsel, Revenue Department, Assam. After going through the averments made in the writ petition and on hearing the submissions made by the learned Departmental Council, this court is of the opinion that the order dated 5/4/2020 seeks to make a temporary appointment, a temporary arrangement by making the respondent number 5 as the in charge Gaubura of charge number 20. And the same does not in any manner permanently fill up the said vacancy. Moreover, if the writ petitioner has appeared in the selection process for appointment of Gaon Pradhan, his right to be appointed would be dependent only upon his performance in the selection process. As such, this court is of the opinion that there is no right of the petitioner that can be enforced in this writ petition. Consequently, this writ petition is held to be without any merit. The same is accordingly dismissed.
Liberty may be granted because if the
Liberty for what?
further
Huh?
selection will be held,
You are always, it is always.
That
there.
liberty is always there, Lordship. That's because he appeared in the interview, if he
Yes,
fails, Lordship, he can come.
All right. Next matter.
For others. 46.
Please, your Lordship. Lordship, service has not been completed, Lordship. Office note dated 29/4/2023, Lordship.
What is the order of the court?
My Lord,
Where is the court order?
my Lord, order dated 11/12/2019.
Which page is it?
My Lord, there were two orders, annexure A and B. Annexure A is in page 7. And on the last part, petitioner may be paid subsistence allowances during the period of his suspension. And the second order, thereafter we have submitted few representations. Annexure B and B 10. Lordship. Then annexure C is another order dated 6/8/2019.
So he has not received subscription.
Your Lordship.
Who is supposed to pay that?
My Lord, the commandant. 21st AP IRBN Katli Chera District Hailakandi, Assam, Lordship.
But 2019 he was the commandant. Is he the commandant even now?
My Lord, I don't have an instruction right now in this regard, Lordship.
Mr. Sharma, can you please find out A copy can be given to you. What has happened? There is an order to pay subsistence allowance. We'll have it after 2 weeks. Heard Mr. Yunim, please.
As Gautam.
As Gautam Lal, counsel for the petitioner. There will be office note which goes to show that this matter is not ready as regards service of notice. However, since the direction to pay subsistence allowance to the petitioner during the period of its suspension was issued on 13/6/2019. Hence, this court deems it appropriate to request Mr. H. Sharma, learned additional senior government advocate Assam, to obtain instruction from the sole respondent and appraise this court as to whether any action has been taken for compliance of the court order.
A copy lodge.
A copy of the contempt case be furnished to Mr. Sharma. Let this matter be listed again after 2 weeks by reflecting the name of Mr. H. Sharma, learned senior government advocate Assam, additional senior government advocate Assam will be called list.
Highly obliged.
These matters are only there, no? So I'll finish up.
May I please, your lordship? Lordship, may kindly allow me to party respondent number 2, then Deputy Commissioner Sitchak already transferred.
Mr.
After
K.
providing
Boral,
permission.
counsel for the KR Boral, counsel for the petitioner prays for and is granted 2 weeks time to implement new respondents in this contempt, in this contempt case, on the ground that they are now responsible for implementation of the court's order.
Highly-
They are allowed. Just the matter accordingly.
Please, your lordship, this matter pertains to payment of arrears salary for 1 month, which amounts to a tune of 35,000, my lords. On the last date, I have submitted that we had sent a proposal which was for the previous financial year. Now we have sent a proposal to the government, my lords, for this financial year. Lordship, I seek 3 weeks time so that we can comply with the court's order, my lords, because the proposal was sent yesterday only, my lords.
Only 1 month salary is to be
Yeah,
paid.
1 month salary. my lords.
That's all, nothing else.
That's all, that's all.
All right, heard
That's
Mr.
the
G. J. Sharma, learned counsel for the petitioner, also heard Mr. H. Olia,
For content number 1.
counsel appearing for the respondent number
1.
one who submits that all steps for compliance with the court's order have already been initiated for payment of 1 month salary to the petitioner.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, full stop, therefore, he be granted 3 weeks
3 weeks
time
time.
to produce the compliance order.
Lordship,
In
lordship.
view of the assurance given by Mr.
Lordship.
Shalia, his matter is directed to be listed again on 26th of June
Lordship, lordship,
as a fixed item.
lordship.
Obliged.
Obliged.
May it please your lordship, in this item, the respondents had filed an affidavit in opposition to which we had filed an affidavit in reply. The affidavit has not yet been brought into record. It has been filed yesterday. So maybe,
Your affidavit in reply is not on record.
yes, we have filed them, but the copy has been served to the respondent of counsel.
Mr. W. R. Mehdi,
Yes,
learned
yes.
counsel for the petitioner submits that the rejoinder affidavit filed in this case on behalf of his client yesterday is not on record. Ms. P.
P.
Sharma, learned counsel has appeared for the respondent numbers
3 and 4,
3
Lordship.
and 4. In view of the submission made by Mr. Mehdi, let the rejoinder affidavit be tagged with the record of this case and the matter be listed thereafter for orders.
My lord, for admission hearing, which has come in orders.
Contempt,
All-
contempt is never for admission hearing. Contempt
It's
is
not-
always.
No,
for-
no, 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 it is read
WBC.
petition.
I shall list this case for admission hearing after 2 weeks.
My lord.
With the lawsuit. So this case is filed for lawsuit, expression of the lawsuit, CRP lawsuit.
Sorry?
Restoration of the civil division petition lawsuit. And lawsuit dismissal order is lawsuit, my lord may kindly pay a lawsuit and extra 1 lawsuit.
May
Yes.
please, Lordship, already this matter is covered by one judgment passed by this honorable court. Yeah, JP Kali. RCT have the power of demurrage search and jurisdiction, Lordship.
It is not the issue lawsuit. Here
So we kindly.
we are coming for restoration. lawsuit.
Yes.
We are coming for restoration. lawsuit.
Why it was dismissed?
Dismiss lawsuit because at that point of time, the railway council which was engaged lawsuit, one is lawsuit posted as a lordship, foreigners tribunal member lordship, and another was lordship, no in the railway council lordship. And in that regard, there is no communication between the department and the council lordship. And that particular day lordship matter was in the part 2 list when it was listed. My lord has summoned me and I am appeared here lordship. And in that point of time, lordship has instructed me to appear Aguda case lordship. Even that point of time, I have not know anything. Lordship.
No, but railway has so many councils.
Railway has so many councils, but that particular case was entrusted to Mr. B. Miss B. Soma and lordship B. Devi and others.
That is your internal matter.
Lordship. So lordship.
What do you have to say? You want to file any objection?
Yes, Lordship.
Let us file. But Mr. K. Gogoi, learned counsel for the applicant, this miscellaneous application has been filed with a prayer to restore the connected revision petition being CRP numbers 363/2014 by setting aside the order dated 01/11/2022 by means of which the revision petition was dismissed for non-persecution and the interim order was vacated. Miss
Ann Hussain.
Ann Hussain, learned counsel for the respondents to OP, praise for how much time?
2 weeks.
2 weeks time to file objection opposing the prayer made in this miscase. In view of the above, let this matter be listed for orders again after 2 weeks.
Lordship.
Next.
This contempt application has been filed for non-compliance of the order dated 9/6/2022.
Notice has to go.
Yes,
Mr. H. Borwa, but even a cyber is a willful violation of 9/6. Where is the order?
Page 12, Annexure A, 9/6/22. The order. Page 13.
So this order was passed on 9/6/2022. When was the next DLC held?
No, there's at the time, we have no information whether DLC will be holding or not, despite the order has been passed by the Honorable Court to hold a meeting within 1 month. Till date, no DLC meeting has been held, Your Lordships, to place the petitioner's case in the DLC meeting.
No, but the order is to place it before the next DLC.
Or within 1 month.
Where is or within 1 month?
Page 14. In view of the matter, the repetition is closed with the direction to the respondent number 2 to consider the case of the petitioner on the next DLC meeting or within a period of 1 month, whichever is earlier.
Acha. Because 9/6/2022 passed in WPC number 2077 of 2021. That was about 8 weeks ago. Respondents.
Lordship.
Item 52.
Lordship, by the last order, Lordship have instructed me to appear. Lordship, I have taken it up with the authorities, Lordship. I am praying for 3 weeks time, Lordship. In the meantime, Lordship, I filed my response, Lordship.
3 weeks time. All right, you have instructions to appear?
Since Lordship, my name is
I heard
reflected
Mr.
that,
Asnath, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. RKD Chaudhary, learned DSGI, who has appeared in this case on the request of this court, who submits that he has received, he is waiting for some instructions.
Lordship.
And therefore this matter be posted again after 3 weeks.
Lordship.
Prayer allowed, list this case again after 3 weeks by reflecting the name of Mr. RKD Chaudhary in the court list. So anybody for any part